Brother?
All right.
Well, brother. Oh, brother, son. You don't like that?
No.
Why? How would you sing it?
I didn't like it. Why would I have
How
to
would you
sing
sing the Oh Brother song?
it?
Well, I'm just saying, if you didn't like my version, I'm assuming you have a better version.
No, I don't. Why don't I like any version?
Oh, you don't like the song as a whole?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how I feel about that song that I've never heard before.
Well, maybe it's because I just fucking made it up.
Oh, really?
Oh, brother. Doesn't that sound like a real song, though?
A little bit.
Well, I know there's a movie called Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
In your head, it's like, well, why wouldn't it be in that movie?
And I think there's an Avicii song that has that's about that has that sort of kind of.
Hey, brother.
Yeah, it's like that, right? Yeah.
Hey, brother. Yo, what song? That is an Avicii
That's
song.
an Avicii song. Yeah,
How
yeah.
many Avicii hits does...
There's
So is that a band or a person?
it's a person who's dead. There's
No,
yeah.
You're thinking of the great philosopher, ceviche.
Ceviche, yes, the great philosopher of fish, ceviche. The great fish philosopher. Yeah, no, Avicii's
Probably a person, a great fish philosopher.
Yeah, Avicii's dead, and he made that brother song, and he made Levels, which I know if you heard it, it's one of those songs it's one of those like songs when you heard, you'd be like, oh, I've heard this song everywhere. One of those.
I'm on a new level.
No, that's definitely
I'm
not
on a
him.
new level. That's it.
Yeah, for sure. Sure, that's him. Fucking idiot. Just believe
What's wrong
it.
with you? Well, I gotta be stupid all the time, dog.
Why,
come I
I
gotta
know.
be
Why
stupid
do
all
you
the time?
why do you have to be stupid all the time, Derek? That seems more like a you question than a me question, huh?
No, that's not what I was asking, dog. I was asking you,
Yeah.
why do I have to be stupid all the time and you get to be smart all the time?
Right. It seems
What do
like
you mean, right?
It seems like we're almost falling in naturally into our roles. That's what it seems like to me.
You're a fucking ass. Dude.
Yeah, well, you're fucking dumbs.
All right, Ehsan. Well, before we get started on today's episode,
Right.
We have to do how we start every episode.
Mm-hmm.
Ehsan's hot baseball playoff takes, which is how we start every fucking episode of Spoil the Beans. And don't question me and be like, well, I listened to the last one and start that way. It's because you missed it. Because you don't pay attention well enough.
Yeah, they're all there. Just go back and listen to all of them.
But what about the episodes Ehsan's not on? Oh, somebody doesn't pay attention. Now, son, you do really fast.
Yeah.
Your thing that we do every podcast episode with your hot baseball playoff takes that also have these really fun clips you throw in them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And rhymes.
Yeah, and rhymes. Man, first game, Mariners lose by 1, and I think that they're done. Yeah.
This is my favorite part of the podcast. I come for this, not the movie.
I think the three with this. So we're filming this while we're filming this right now. Mariners and Astros are playing game 2, like as we speak. But I thought they're being up 2, going into the last inning, down to your last out, and giving up a 3-run walk-off home run against a strong team like the Astros. Oh,
Cheaters.
It's done, bros. Not this version of the Astros. This is a new Astros. New Astros. They don't cheat, bros.
That's in their slogan. That's in their like team locker room.
Yeah. We don't cheat, bros.
We don't cheat, bros.
Yeah. The new Astros. We don't cheat, bros. But it's I think it's a hard loss, and I don't think they'll come back from that. I think they're done, which is sad because I like the Mariners, and I want them to make it to the ALCS, and that's my hot baseball take.
Hot playoff baseball takes with rhymes and quips.
Yep.
That's really good, dude.
Yeah, right?
It's my favorite segment of the pod that you do. Literally my favorite segment of the pod that we do every time you do it, whether you're on it or not. It's my favorite segment that we do. Ehsan, before we get started on today's ep,
Right.
I think really quick I should tell the people that if they're listening right now, because this is coming out right now. It's coming out today.
Okay. Oh, wow.
So this will be out. They'll get this the same day we filmed it.
Okay.
Okay? Which is Thursday.
Okay.
Tomorrow, we're going to Fort Worth.
Fort Worth.
We're going to Fort Worth. So if you're in the
Rise up. Fort Worth. Rise up.
I believe it's Fort Worth. Because they're the slogan. They're the Fort Worth Black Panthers.
Are they?
They have Black Panthers all over the city.
Oh, wow.
That's real. You'll see that tomorrow.
Oh, that's kind of interesting.
You've never been to Fort Worth, huh?
No.
Damn, you're gonna get your Fort Worth tomorrow.
No.
You're gonna get Fort Worth. And you'll finally be Fort Worth something.
Right. Oh, okay. Okay. I guess someone doesn't need a ride to the show tomorrow, huh?
No, I swear to God, that's the city slogan.
Yeah. Oh, really?
It's come to Fort Worth where you can finally mount to something. Yeah. And it's like, that doesn't even seem right.
Yeah. They had Worth right there. Why did they use it? Yeah.
They use a mountain. But yeah, so you'll see that. You'll see that.
I do have a feeling we're gonna leave Fort Worth being like, damn, it's not really worth coming out here that often, is it?
No, it's not. It's not. That's what he says as you leave.
Yeah.
It wasn't really Fort Worth. It wasn't. No, but we got some BEAN Mafia coming tomorrow.
Oh, we do?
Oh yeah, we have that. We already. As of now, we have like 25 tickets sold.
Oh, hello.
So hopefully tomorrow, day of, we'll get it around because it's only seats 70.
Right.
So it's a small little bitty room in the Fort Worth. But yeah, hopefully tomorrow we'll get that bitch up to 60, 70, dog. So guys, there'll definitely be a lot of people there. Hopefully we can sell it out. That's the goal. But I know we'll be. A lot of you guys already bought your tickets, and I fucking love y'all. But This is the last one. Yo, Fort Worth, BEAN Mafia. I will see y'all tomorrow with Ehsan, with Sam, at the Hyenas Comedy Club in the Red Room at Fort Worth. That is tomorrow at 7:30. And Ehsan.
Yes, I'll be headlining Cap City.
Wait, before we play Cap City, can we say something really quick?
Okay. Red Room. Oh, shit, we're doing that. Okay. Remember the 5th of November. The gunpowder, treason, and plot. I see of no reason why the gunpowder treason shall ever be forgot.
Now, the overture.
Solid Comedy Show, November 5th, 7:30 p.m. at the Vulcan Gas Company. Be there or be not salad. You plasma bitch. Come to the Solid Comedy Show, November 5th, 7:30 at the Vulcan.
That was Britain blowing up.
Yep.
November 5th, guys. Come out. Remember that date. Next Solid Comedy Show. Very special guests. You got me and Ehsan. You don't know who else is going to be on it. We've had great guests before, like Brian Simpson, like Mr. Hans Kim. Mm-hmm. So, guys, come on out. You never know who's going to show up. Ehsan Ahmad, what do you got coming December, buddy?
Yes, December 29th, I will be headlining the Red Room at Cap City Comedy Club.
Austin, Texas.
7:30 p.m. Come on.
Everybody who comes out to Solid, you better fucking be at that. I know that much.
Yeah.
I know that much.
Yeah.
If you come to
Watch
Solid,
me do 45, bitch.
You better come see our boy headline. You better come support.
Yeah.
Show up. Show the dangerous brown man how much he means to all of us and how good his hour is, because it's going to be very good. I promise you that. I'm excited to feature for you, dog.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
I'm excited for tomorrow. Your feature for me.
Tomorrow should be great and Fort Worth it.
Yo, it's so funny if somebody doesn't come now because of that. They're like,
they're like really mad.
My Black Panther City.
Yeah.
Guys, are you guys ready to hear Ehsan listen to a movie? You know, are you ready to listen to a movie yourself? And do you love yourself?
That's a good question. Really think about that. Do you?
Do they?
Maybe you should start if you don't.
Yeah, maybe hit pause on this fucking episode of a movie that you've seen already.
Yeah. And thank yourself for being you.
And for being you. Then hit play and come back to this, because it's actually a really good episode today.
Okay.
It's actually like today's episode is fucking pretty fire.
Okay. Okay.
Baba.
Okay.
Are you ready to hear a movie you've never heard before?
I am.
And I'm gonna tell it to you.
Let's do this.
Like, you do me a favor beforehand.
Okay.
You said okay. Can you do me the favor? Huh. You said okay, like okay. Ask the question. You didn't say okay, like yes, I will do the favor.
I said okay, and I've left it up to you to interpret what I meant by that.
I'm interpreting as you're not gonna do the fucking favor. I'm interpreting as you're waiting to see what I say and see if you want to do it.
Well, I think that's a fair response to what the favor is.
It's not. I
don't know what the favor yet. That is. Tell me the favor, and then I'll decide whether or not I want to do it. That's definitely fair.
That's not fair. That's what a bad friend would do.
No, that's not what.
What do you want? Bad friends with Bobby Lee and Andrew Santino?
Yeah.
I'm plugging their pocket. Like they need
yeah.
You're welcome, boys.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm in the belly of the beast, the tiger belly.
You're one crazy kid. And I'm a fighter, huh? Guys, make sure you listen to Fighter and the Kid.
This is really a Joe Rogan experience that I'm going through right now.
You're being flagrant.
Guys. Well, you're being flagrant too.
You're a fucking brilliant idiot. I swear to God you are.
God damn, this is a trash Thursday, not a Tuesday. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, too. I wish we were doing this at your mom's house. God, I love Mosina. I can't stop that. Lex Friedman shut
Yeah. Don't worry, we're done with the pun. It's managed by Chappelle.
Yo.
Yeah, this old podcast.
He's old. He doesn't even do it.
Oh god, this is a crime against podcasting. We should be hit with some community service. Yeah, come on, that was pretty
good.
Yeah. Shout out to Craig.
No. It was good for you at least. Shout out to Whitney Cummings. I can't.
Yeah, this is bad. Are you garbage?
Oh my god. I fucking am. Street hyenas. I don't know anymore.
Yeah, I know. I was like, I'm trying to think. You know, I'm Jeremiah wondering about where can I find more podcasts? I think that's the last one. Oh my god. So yeah, I'll do the favor. Yeah, I'll do the favor.
Can you tell me what happens in a movie that you've never seen that I'm about to tell you right now? That's all the favor is.
Okay. I'll do it.
Ehsan.
Yeah.
What happens in Brothers?
Brothers? Man. I don't.
What? My bad. Sorry, forgot the first one. Step Brother. No,
Yeah, I was like, I've seen Step Brothers. Oh no.
Also, yo, who am I to assume you haven't seen Step Brothers?
Yeah. I was like, whoa, hold on. We fucked up. We wasted all that good podcast.
I know.
Podcasting for
no,
this.
we're keeping that riff. That riff was coming out.
That riff, yeah.
Even if the mic went out, that riff was coming out.
That riff was good. Yeah, we'll use that.
That audio. As trashy as it sounds. Dude, that riff's coming out. You know what happens in Brothers, bro?
Brothers? Oh man, who knows?
Just get up and walk out.
Yeah.
Get up and leave.
Yeah, for real. Who knows? You know?
That's crazy. You should know this.
I should know this.
I mean, if you've seen it.
This is Black Mirror. This is Black Mirror. Then okay, so it's about technology, and it's about.
That's not necessarily true.
I think that's 100% true. I think that's like 100% true. Every Black Mirror episode is about technology. It's you know what it is. It's about two brothers that.
Oh my God! Don't you dare do the Rick and Morty
No.
And they're brothers.
Yeah, they're brothers, and they gotta fight cats, and
it's more trucks.
Yeah.
These brothers, they start breaking.
Yeah. You know, I don't know. They just sort of like go down these sort of two different paths in life, and you sort of see them like they go down two separate paths, right? But the paths end up like at odds. Like one's a criminal, one's a fucking cop. One's a criminal, one's a cop. You feel what I'm saying? And then they just, you know, it's like at some point the criminal helps the brother, and helps the police cop, and the cop helps the criminal. But at the end, it has to all come to a head, and they have to have a face off.
Oh, like one has to put the other one in jail.
Mm-hmm. Or kill the other one.
It's a classic tale. Very what is it? Scarface? Not Scarface. Scar. What's that? Hamlet.
Hamlet, there you go.
That's what I'm like. You know what I'm talking about? Shakespeare.
Yeah.
Scarface.
Yeah. Are you okay? What's happening?
I'm pretty sure Scarface is Shakespeare.
Yeah, but it might be.
Could be. Al Pacino. Bro, speaking of Al Pacino, this has nothing to do with Al Pacino, but you know Robert De Niro?
Yeah.
There is a Robert De Niro museum on the UT campus.
Really?
With authentic.
Did he go to UT?
No, he did not.
You looked that up?
Huh?
You looked it up?
It says he didn't go to UT. It says, no, there's a whole museum dedicated to Robert De Niro, nigga. It gives his whole life story.
Why?
And it has like all this cool memorabilia, like authentic things. They have security guarding, like the museum. You couldn't walk like it was security everywhere.
Why? Are you sure it wasn't just a traveling exhibit?
No, you can go. We can go tomorrow.
I mean, yeah, those can travel.
No, I mean like we can go to. It's a building on campus called that. It's called the Harry Ransom Museum or whatever. It's there every day, and it's free to the public.
Okay, and then there's just
you walk in there, bro. They got the Gutenberg Bible. You know, there's only like 50 of them.
Okay,
they got one of those.
They got one of the originals.
They got one of the originals. Mm-hmm. They got this crazy art thing, like this painting that you have to view it a certain way.
Okay,
that like a super famous artist did.
Right.
Like, bro, you got to go through security to get in there, but it is free.
Okay.
And then there is and then on the left side is a tire wing dedicated to all Robert De Niro. because Robert De Niro and this dude who wanted to make this thing for UT were cool, I guess.
Interesting.
And so he gave him like all these original like. So it's you go through his whole career, and I mean it's like off he has 2 Oscars in there.
Oh damn.
The Raging Bull Oscar is in there, and one of the other Oscars is in there. I forgot which one.
Hasn't he only won 2?
Has he won more than that?
I don't think so.
Well, then they have like one or 2 of his nomination plaques. I know he's been nominated for more than that.
Yeah.
So they have 1 or 2 of those. They have 2 of the Oscars. They have the jacket from Taxi Driver.
Okay.
That's really cool. That he wore in this on set. Mm-hmm. They had.
It's crazy that you're talking about Robert De Niro right now. As I was leaving the house.
You went to the museum?
No. Fucking Brian was playing the Joker, and one of the Robert De Niro scenes were on.
Wow.
It's pretty crazy actually.
Yeah, oh, dude, they're so cool. So they have a bunch of his scripts from classics, right? Like legendary movies like Raging Bull,
Meet the Fockers,
and you see how much because it talks about how much work he puts in it. So you see it from when he was doing plays when he was like a teenager,
right?
How he would go through the script and like write down all the emotions that he thought his character had on the side. And like, bro, we're talking like pages on pages about 1 page of the script.
Damn.
Of like all these emotional options he can do and like where he thinks his character's at and why and all that.
Okay.
From when he was in plays all the way up to fucking Raging Bull, nigga.
Damn.
It's really cool. And then you see like how he got Godfather 2.
Oh, really?
So Godfather 1, so this is all written out, and they show all the his auditioning process, his call-in sheet, all that. Like they have some really cool random things that you're like, damn, this is for Francis Ford Coppola though, nigga. Like this was a real paper one day. This mattered at one point. And so they called him in. He lost.
I don't know if you know Francis Ford Coppola has a younger brother no one knows about called Francis Chevrolet Coppola. Anyways,
was that important?
Yes.
That mattered to you?
Yes. Yeah, it did. I got it out, didn't I? I stopped what you were saying to say that, didn't I? So yeah, it didn't matter to me.
That's true. I can't deny that is what you did.
Yeah. So how did he get Godfather 2?
No. So Godfather 1, he auditioned for
Vito.
Al Pacino.
Oh, Al Pacino. Okay.
Al Pacino's role.
Okay.
Because he's super young. He was they were both around the same age at that time.
Right.
Didn't get it because his Italian wasn't as good as Homeboy's.
As Pacino's.
Okay. So he went and studied Italian, yada yada. But he killed the audition so hard that when Godfather 2 came around, they were like, "Yo," Ford Coppola was like, "Oh, I can use that guy who auditioned,
right?
Put him in this."
Yeah, as a young Vito.
And that's how he got that role. Damn. From killing the first audition and not getting it.
Damn.
But when he didn't get it, he went and learned it because he didn't know that he just went and like, damn, I didn't get it because I didn't know Italian that good. And so he went and got better at it, and then it worked out. Damn. And he apparently, and then once he got the role, he studied Marlon Brando's first movie for like months. Just kept rewatching him over and over, like 100-something times.
Right, just his
over and over, just studying him.
Just being like, how do I make this guy become younger?
And he actually did the thing, like he went to Italy and like to study it and get better at it and all that shit.
Right, damn.
Even though he can speak it fluently, but like to even be more fluent.
Damn.
It's like, damn, because like, but that's why those movies are so good though, because they feel so real. But yeah, bro, you got to go see it. That was one of the coolest things I said. I was like, yo, this is crazy. They have so much shit of his. He gave them so, and I bet to him it's like, it was a drop in the fucking of like all his memorabilia.
All the stuff he has, yeah.
From every movie set and everything and all this stuff. Like, bro, also think about this. Everyone, you're Robert De Niro, so people will buy anything off you. The glasses he wore in Meet the Fockers, Meet the Parents.
Right.
Somebody will buy those glasses, bro, for $1 million something.
Yeah,
so they put them in a museum and say, these are the glasses. Like, that's how, like, you got to understand, but that's wild, nigga. But it's also crazy when studying how big, like, he was acting since he was a child. Like, he's not just some good for.
Right.
Got that good.
Right.
It was really cool, dog. And how he changes his body. Like, when you were younger, you don't realize, like, oh, this nigga was, like, on that. He was on that.
Bale stuff?
Yeah.
Right.
We just didn't know because that wasn't our time. But he was, bro, how he looked from Raging Bull to, like, something else to Taxi Driver is completely different. Completely different body frames.
Wow. Yeah, you got to be able to do that. It seems like
to be one of the great greats?
Yeah, top actor. You got to be able to change your body.
Well, some would say Robert De Niro is possibly the greatest actor of all time.
Right.
I think people would argue that.
Right. I think
that he's actually the greatest to do it. People
would argue that for sure.
He's definitely top 10.
Yeah.
Probably top 5, but he's definitely top 10. I think he's a lot of people's number one. Just like Al Pacino's people's number one, and then Leo's people's number one. But like De Niro, what's his name? Fucking Jack Nicholson. He's people's number one. There's some niggas out there who have that number one. Like if you say this is the greatest actor of all time, you got to be like, okay, Meryl Streep. She's arguably the greatest actor of all time.
Right.
I mean, and you could say that.
Yeah. 13 nominations or something crazy like that.
And her movies are fire. Like,
Right.
because I also go like, because it's like, it ain't just Oscars, because it's like, some niggas get lots of nominated for Oscars, but they ain't as good as like, you know what I mean? Like, just because your movie's nominated for Oscars to me doesn't mean it's good. But Meryl Streep is good.
You know what I heard is that the guy who played Fredo.
He was great.
Yeah, he was on track to be like, they said like he was on track to be one of the greatest actors of all time, and then he died. Stomach cancer.
Yeah, died young, bro.
Yeah. Like the three movies he acted in all won Best Pictures or something like that. Something crazy.
Deer Hunter, Godfather 2. I mean,
Godfather 1 and 2.
Godfather 1 and 2. Yeah.
Yeah, and then there was one more. They said they got nominated. And then died. Yeah, he was with Meryl Streep. Isn't that crazy? That would have been a crazy acting power couple.
Yeah, I mean, and who knows what his career was supposed to be.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? But that shit's like
wild.
Then again, it's like I think about like, what was Chadwick Boseman's career going to be post Black Panther? Because he was like a real Broadway Shakespearean actor,
right,
who got this Black Panther role,
right.
So I do wonder, like, man, what was your career going to be once you were done with that?
Right.
Where was he? Like, what was he going to do? Was he going to be more like a Denzel? Like, what kind of movies was he going to do? You know, I do wonder, because he was actually a good actor. It just sucks because he was in the middle of it, and I don't blame. Because he was in the middle of it. I'm about to make this fucking bag phase.
Right.
I've been Jackie Robinson. I've been on these other niggas, but nah, dog, it's time to make a bag. And Black Panther role
was he
cool.
Jackie Robinson?
Yeah, he was Jackie Robinson. He was 42.
Oh, okay.
You never seen 42?
No.
It's on your list. I know.
Sorry, I forgot. I thought the first second I thought that was Chiwetel Tua. You know Chiwetel Tua? You know who I'm talking about. Chiwetel Tua.
I love him too. 12 Years a Slave.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought that was him.
Chadwick did like all these biopics because he was Jackie, he was James Brown,
Black Panther, of course.
Black
biopic.
And he was one more. I'm thinking. I think Thurgood Marshall.
Oh, he was Thurgood Marshall.
Or he was one of them. Either Thurgood Marshall or what? Yeah, I think Thurgood Marshall, but somebody like that. He was one of those.
Wow.
He did a bunch of great biopics.
Right.
And then so I did wonder, like, damn, where was he gonna go? You know, where was his career? What if he did comedy? You know what I mean? Like, who knows what he'd have did?
Yeah, he might have had like a late career Robert De Niro do a bunch of comedy things.
Yeah, because I'm so serious. Because people look at me so serious.
Yeah, and I'm old and I don't want to do action movies that
much.
much.
I don't want to do that anymore. And I don't want to do a serious movie. I want to fart.
Yeah.
Like,
Let me fart. Let De Niro fart.
Yo, hashtag
let De Niro fart.
Hashtag Chadwick Boseman farted too soon.
The defarted.
The defarted. The defarted.
Bro, how funny would that be? You just replace this end scene, instead of getting shot, they're all just farting. And you just the defarted.
What, you mean when the elevator opens up, instead of his brains get blown
out?
No,
someone just farts in his face. He's like oh god. It's just the shot for shot remake of that scene, everyone's just farting.
Oh no, I want a shot for shot remake of the whole movie, but every gunshot's a fart.
Every gunshot's a fart, and then when the captain gets thrown off the building, he's just farting all the way down.
It's just a fart.
It's just farting.
Yo, the defarted.
The defarted, bro. That shit.
The Martin score fart. Are you ready to do this fucking movie?
Martin Scorsese. Come on, Martin. Yeah.
I like that. What are we doing again?
Yeah, brother.
Yo, two brothers.
Yo,
that's also crazy, bro. You ready to hear this fucking movie?
Yeah.
It's about to blow your fucking. Yo, this movie is on real shit.
Mm-hmm.
Unbelievable.
Okay.
This is an actual unbelievable film.
Okay.
Forgot how I remembered how good it was before I put it on. Mm-hmm. Like because me and Sam were talking about it, and it was like, damn, it's one of those movies you watch, you're like, holy fuck. Mm-hmm. It's a. How do I explain it? Remember how you didn't see 3:10 to Yuma?
Yes.
But you saw it, and I should tell it to you, and you were like, oh, this was a really good movie.
Yes.
What the fuck? But like, if you missed it, nobody talks about it anymore.
Right.
This was one of those.
Okay.
This came out. If you missed it, you just missed it.
Okay.
But if you saw it, you're like, you remember it, and you go like, because there's the lead actors are also all top A list. So you're like, oh, this was it's just like 3:10 to Yuma, where you're like,
oh, it's a real movie.
Oh, nigga, this is a movie.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah.
Movie starts. We see a Marine base. Mm-hmm. Flag being raised.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And you hear like Blues Clues music.
Okay.
And you see.
Where are the WMDs? Do you see a blue paw print in Iraq? No? well, we'll just say we did.
Well, here's an M15. It never fails. It makes me scream. Here's AR-40. It never fails. It makes me wonder. All right. You see men running, doing the Marine chant, like the, I don't know, but I'm not gay. He don't know, but he's not gay. He's not gay, and we're not gay.
That one. Yeah. Hoorah. That's how it ends.
Hear the voiceover from our lead.
Right.
October 7th, 2007.
Mm-hmm.
4 days till deploy.
Mm-hmm.
Grace knows I'd do anything to get back to her. Anything. We see our other lead, Natalie Portman.
Okay. Oh, is this one of those movies where...
Just sit and chill.
Okay.
Today I wrote her a letter. We see our lead writing the letter. Mm-hmm. Fucking Spider-Man.
Okay.
Toby.
Okay.
You remember this movie now?
I remember this. I remember
you remember. I know you do. I told you, bro, because you either saw it. Now you don't know what's gonna happen.
Yes.
But you either saw it or you didn't.
Right, but
this is one of the movies.
Okay.
You ready?
As with all movies, really, when you put it like that.
No. No, because there are lots of movies that's not one of them movies.
I know what you're saying, but literally,
there's so many movies that haven't been one of them movies, and you know exactly what I'm saying.
I know exactly what you're saying.
And that sentence makes sense. And fucking Harvey Weinstein will be like, oh, I know what he's saying. I know what he means by that. Because I've been in the movie business. A lot of the movies are not them movies. We see Toby, he goes up to his major. He goes, Major, he gives him a letter. He goes, this is for Grace. And the major's like, hope I don't have to deliver it, Captain. And then he's like, you bet that. Right?
Right.
So it's like a just in case.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you're my, we trust each other like that. We're brothers. It's just, you know what it is? We ain't got to say it out loud. Just in case. Right. He goes home to see his wife, his daughters. They're playing in the bathtub. Daddy, hey, baby, how was school? School was great. He goes up to talk to his daughter later, and his daughter's kind of mad. He's like, she's really cute. You also recognize the little girl, too. I don't remember her name, but you've seen her and stuff, too. Right. And he's like, what's wrong, honey? She's like, you're leaving. He's like, oh, come here. No. Come here. No, give me a kiss. I'm going to read my book. He goes, oh, that's what you want to do. All right. Read a book, and then he starts like kind of tickling her feet, and then she starts breaking, and he tickles her real hard, and then the other daughter runs in and jumps on her, and he's like, my two little monsters, and he's playing. Natalie comes in, and she's like, come on, guys, get off Daddy. Daddy's got to go. And they're like, please stay, Daddy, please. And he's like, no, I got to go. He's my brother. And then Natalie looks pissed, and she's like, he don't deserve you. All right. Cut two, we see a nigga walking through prison. Right. Our other lead, right, Mr. Motherfucking Jake Gyllenhaal. This movie is high level acting. Yeah. High, because the script, because like you said, it's like, oh, you're like, oh, I think I remember this. I saw the trailer. Very like basic what you think is going on. Like, oh, I think I can guess what happens in this movie. Right. No, you can't. Okay. Okay. You can, but you can't because they picked 3 actors. Okay. So the things that are, you're like, whoa. Right. You see him come out the prison, motherfuckers are yelling as he's walking out. He comes out, his brother Toby sees him and smiles. Brothers. Ooh. Oh, also hour 40 minutes. Okay. Paced. Perfect. Exactly. Perfect. Yep. Perfect. Toby smiles, he walks up, they hug. Toby looks at him and he's kind of serious. He goes, what the hell happened to my little brother? Jake Gyllenhaal smiles. So he's the little brother. Right. Credits starting now as they drive back home. Okay. I like the pacing of it. See the beginning, then the opening shot, then the kind of credits and the overture a little bit. You know what I mean? It's quiet in the car. They pull up in front of this place. They both look at this building. It's quiet, and Toby goes, you ever think about apologizing to that woman? And then Jake's like, Toby kind of just keeps looking at him. He's like, it's fucking green. And they just keep driving. Okay. Bruh. I know, right? Okay. So now they're driving a little farther. He goes, he drops him off. And Toby's like, what you gonna do? She's like, shit, cash his check. Fucking figure it out, I guess. And Toby's like, all right, see you later. Don't you fucking rob that place. He's like, man, yeah. All right. Mm-hmm. He drives off. Right. Our boy checks into a motel, no hot water. You see him kind of just like, oh, like Toby. He's just pissed, like, oh, this is just a sucky situation. Right. Cut to, they're having a big dinner at Tobey Maguire's house. The grandparents come over.
Okay.
You see the granddad playing with the kids.
Okay.
Jake Gyllenhaal comes over. You know, he's like, hey, everybody. And the little girl kind of don't know. The little kids don't know him. He just got out of prison.
Right.
And he's like, Jake Jones is like, hi. And he's like, are you Isabel? She's like, no, I'm Maggie. Isabel's the big one. He's like, well, I'm Tommy. He goes, oh, you're Tommy. She goes, well, Mom doesn't like you. And the mom's like, Maggie. And she goes, what? That's what you said to Dad? Right? And then he like kind of like takes it like, and then he leans down and he gives her some flowers. And he's like, these are for your mom. And the mom's kind of like Natalie's like embarrassed now, right?
Right.
He hugs his brother. He hugs the mom. He walks like he hugs it. And so far, I'll just let you know as I know because this is the pacing they let you know.
Okay.
He hugs what looks like is his mom, right? Like the mom, the grandma.
Okay.
Then he goes up to the granddad and he's like, so everybody else got a hug and like actual genuine love, right? Then he goes to the granddad and he's like this, sir, and the granddad just goes, and then you can tell already like, I love the. You're just like, oh damn, okay,
You're right.
Everything I need to know. They ain't have to say shit.
Yeah.
All right. So they sit down, they eat, they pray, and the mom's like, we're gonna welcome our. I just want to thank God for welcoming home one son as we send off another. And we ask you, Lord, to keep him safe and bring him back to us as soon as possible. Amen. Everyone says amen. They start eating. They kind of have a sweet moment with the kids. They're kind of all joking around, yada, yada, right? It's quiet for a second. And then Jake Gyllenhaal's like, so when you leave, bro? He's like, I leave Tuesday. And he's like, damn. Keeps eating. He's like, you love it over there, huh? Toby kind of looks at him. He's like, it's my job. And it's quiet. And then the daughter goes, well, they only shoot the bad guys. And then Jake Gyllenhaal looks at the daughter and goes, oh, yeah? Who are the bad guys? You see Toby kind of like.
Right.
Which you feel him too, because if you told me how you feel in that situation, do you not feel like I'm trying you a little bit?
Yeah, a little bit. It's like, hey, relax, it's my kid.
So you already feel like I'm kind of like.
Yeah, he's poking the bear.
So would you yell at me or would you just kind of look at me?
Right now, I'm not yelling, not yet.
But you're looking at me?
Yeah.
You look at me sideways a little bit?
Yes.
Okay. So the daughter goes, which is a great question. He goes, who are the bad guys? And the daughter goes, the ones with the beards. Hilarious.
Right.
She's 5. I get it. Also, what else do you say at that point?
Right.
So the dad just fucking is so fucked up, but that's damn. What do you say if you're the dad out there killing brown people? What do you say when you come home and your daughter asks, what do you do?
You just kill the bad guys. That's the right thing to
kill
say.
bad guys. The dad kind of gets agitated. He's like, your brother's a hero. He's serving his country. Don't you forget that. It's back to quiet at the table. Just you hear the forks on the plates.
Right.
And then you hear the daughter go, Daddy, are you going to be here for my birthday? He's like, oh, you know I will, sweetie. All right. And then it's quiet. And then she goes, Sarah Miller's dad wasn't there for her birthday. Well, apparently they had to bring him a cake in prison. And the mom's like, well, enough, sweetie.
Right.
Like, you know how kids just be saying shit.
Right.
And the dad goes, yeah, everyone's got their own problems in life, sweetie. You can't say things like that. And then Jake goes, yeah, they sure do. And the dad looks at him. What's that supposed to mean? And Jake's kind of like, just saying, agreeing with you. Every family has their problems. So you're a goddamn parrot? And Jake goes, what? He goes, well, since you're such a parrot, why don't you try mimicking your brother? Now it's quiet at the table, bro.
Yeah.
Look at this. Now it's quiet. And then Jake, he's quiet, and then he calms himself down. And he looks at Natalie, and he's like, the food is delicious. And the dad goes, compared to what? He goes, I don't know, Dad. Other food. Oh, what do you mean, like prison food? Motherfucker! Like Jake, you see him lose it, and then they're like, whoa. And then the brother's like, yo, and the granddad's pissed. Bro, you can see like, oh, this has been building, whatever this is. Nigga.
Yeah.
Right? And then Jake calms himself down, he looks at the girls, he apologizes. And then Toby kind of looks at him and he goes, I'm sorry. And Toby's like, such good acting, bro. So, I mean, the acting, you're like, damn, this is like, already you're like, oh, man. Whatever this dynamic is, nigga, this is intense.
Yeah, this is rough.
This is woof. So later that night, our boy Jake goes to leave. And Toby's like, yo, stay out of trouble, man. He's like, all right. Lights a cigarette. He walks off. He stops at the end of the street, and then he turns, and he's like, yo, you be safe over there. He's like, all right. End of the night. He takes his wedding ring off. He goes upstairs. He takes his wedding ring off. He gives it to Natalie Portman. He's like, "Don't you lose that." She's like, "I'll do my best." And she puts it on her. Like, you tell, like, this is what they do.
Right.
She puts it on her necklace. And then he's like, "Take a lot of pictures while I'm gone. Take every picture of the girls you can." She's like, I know. You too. And he goes, "I always do, honey." And then they kiss. They fuck. Cut to later that night. We see them pillow talking. You just kind of over. They're just having a good time. You can tell, like, last night.
Right.
You know? And the camera pans them on the picture, and you can tell they've been together since, like, middle school.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
Cut back to they make love again.
Okay.
Fade to black.
Okay.
October 12th, 2007.
So how much time has passed?
Our first date was October 7th, correct? Correct. Yep.
October 7th, so a week.
It's only been a week.
Yes.
Remember, because he's about to leave.
Right.
Yeah. So it's October 12th, 2007. You hear the voiceover.
Right.
Back in Afghanistan with my men. It's weird. Almost feels like home. We see him in the Humvee with the boys, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's driving. You know, we see his girl on the back at home. She's driving. She's thinking of him. He's thinking of her.
Right.
You see he's got his flip phone, like the old flip phone that can, like, record and take pictures.
Right.
He's, like, doing that because, you know, just to obviously have stuff to show to her when he gets home.
Right.
And they're, like, sweet pictures, obviously, like the children and the people and, like, you know, the nice stuff.
Right.
So, you know, cut to later. He's in the chopper and he's talking. You know, he's like, "This is to LC3. We're about 3 miles out. All right, roger that, LC3. We're coming the way inbound right now. All right. LC3, we're coming. Boom! Missile right through the fucking thing.
Oh, damn.
Right? They're hit. You see a man fall out the fucking chopper.
Damn.
Greg! You know, boom, 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 boom. Fade to white. We see hot-ass Natalie Portman in the bathtub. Soaking. Doorbell rings.
Mm-hmm.
The kids answer. Who is it? You see two men in fucking full, you know,
Right. The military death brigade.
the thing that nobody
wants. Right.
and the kids are like, "Hi," and you see them, they don't know how to react because they're like, "Is your mom home?" And then they're like, "Yeah, she's in the bathtub." You see, they're like, "Can you please call her for us?" And they're like, "All right, mom." And you see the mom walk downstairs, and right when the mom, she hits the steps and then looks up, and she's like, it's Natalie Portman too, bro. So she's like,
right.
And the daughters don't know. The daughter's like, "What's wrong, mom?" And she's like, "Baby, I need you to leave the room." Right? Kids leave the room. She walks up slowly to the door. You see the dude, obviously, he's trying not to cry too because this is his boy.
Right.
So he's like, right? And then she says, come in. And she's like trying to hold it together.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. End the scene. Fade to black.
Right.
Cut to that night. It's her and the girls, and they're all watching videos. The girls are just kind of fine. They're watching a movie. You know, they're playing, like, still laughing and stuff. She's just like, you know what I mean? Just shell shock.
Right.
She puts the girls to bed. She goes to her bedroom. She pulls out her phone immediately and starts calling them.
Right.
She calls them a bunch. Just right to the phone. "Hey, this is Sam Cahill. Sorry you couldn't reach me. You know, get back to you soon." Boop. "Hey, this is Sam Cahill. Sorry you couldn't reach me. Get back to you soon." She's just like, bro, you get just like, a truck pulls up outside. It's like 3 a.m.
Right.
It's Jake. You see he's kind of wasted. Not all the way, but just a little drunk. And you see him, like, walking up to the door, and he's trying to put something under the mat. But he's, like, stumbling. And she opens the door, and she's like this. You know, just looking at him.
Right.
And he goes, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to wake you. I'm dropping off the car. Sam said I could borrow it whenever I wanted. I just put the keys back. The taillight's busted. I'm sorry. She's just staring at him, right? And he's like, just say it. Just say it, Grace, all right? He said I could borrow the car. You're staring at me with this pissed off look. I know you fucking hate me. And she goes, Sam's dead. And he's like, you know, like, what?
Yeah.
What? And she goes, his chopper crashed. He's dead. And she finally lets go.
Right.
You see it comes out, right? And our boy was great acting choice because it's like, damn, that's probably how you would act. She's like, come inside. He's like, I don't want to fucking come inside. I'm dropping the truck off. That's what I'm doing. What the fuck are you telling me? Like, you see him go like, hold on.
Yeah.
I'm dropping the truck off.
Right.
What the fuck are you talking about? You talking about some other shit, bitch.
Right.
And she's like, he's dead, he's dead. And he goes, why didn't you fucking call me? I was trying to call you. And he backs up and he's like, why the fuck did you let him go over there, Grace? You see, he's
right.
all the way.
Right.
Right? And he throws the keys at her and he walks off.
Damn.
I mean, he wasn't expecting to find out his brother died.
Yeah, and he's drunk. A lot of things happening.
A lot of things happening at one moment.
Right.
You know? So he goes to his parents' place. His mom's like, come inside. And you see this is how you find out the stepmom, the grandma.
Right.
Because she hugs him when Jake Gyllenhaal gets there and she says, he's with your mama now. It's okay. So that's how I knew, like, okay, this is the stepmom.
Right.
All right? Mom clearly passed.
Right.
He walks in. The dad's just drinking in the kitchen. And he pours another one. And he offers it to Jake Gyllenhaal. Jake Gyllenhaal says no. And he drinks it. And then they just sit quietly. End scene.
God damn.
Bruh, this movie's fucking fucked, dude.
Damn.
You ready?
Yes.
We haven't even started the movie yet.
I know. There's a
You
whole,
already
there's
tell
a whole
us, like,
twist.
oh,
There's a whole twist.
They show that in the trailer.
Yeah.
But oh, baby, are you ready for it?
Yeah. How does he even survive?
Ehsan, are you ready for this?
Let's go.
So they're showing pics of so you see all these shots of the entire town. It's completely empty.
Right.
Everybody, you see, and they cut to you see the family getting ready for the funeral. Mm-hmm. So you know, like, oh, damn, he meant something to the town, bro.
Right.
It's a small town, and this was
He went to
a
war
hero.
Yeah.
And you find out more shit. We'll find out more shit about him later, but he's that dude in the town.
Okay.
All right? It's Tobey Maguire. He's apparently that guy in the town.
Okay.
One daughter doesn't want to go to the funeral. She's like, the oldest one. She's like, you can tell she's just mad. Which
Right.
I get, obviously. And she's like, I don't want to go. You know, and the mom's like, has to calm down. She's like, it's okay. And then the daughter's like, is daddy really dead? Like how your mom and dad? And she's like, yes, son. Daddy's really gone. Cut to, we see him at the funeral. You see the dad, the grandpa, he's in military garb too. So you find out, he was a Marine as well.
Right.
Okay? The whole town's there. All these Marines are there.
Right.
And, you know, they sing a hymn. Jake's there. Cut to the end of church. We see the dad outside. He's drinking. He got a flask. Like, he's trying to hide it.
Right.
But he's pounding the flask.
Right.
Jake notices. You see people coming up to him, like crying too, like, sir, I'm so sorry, sir. Mm-hmm. Your son was the best Marine I ever commanded. Like you see lots of this, like, you know, like, yo, bro, your son meant something to me, bro.
Right.
And he just, like, you can tell him it's like he's taking it, but he's fucked up too, bro. His son died.
Right.
You know? So right then you see the major come up to Grace and he gives her the letter. Remember the letter from the beginning of the movie?
Right.
He gives it to her. He's like, he wrote this before he left. You know he never wanted it delivered. And she looks at him, and she's not crying. Mm-hmm. She's just kind of looking at him. She goes, I don't believe it, John. I can't feel anything. I don't feel anything. I just don't believe it.
Oof.
And he goes, it's hard to accept because he was such a great man, a great Marine. You see, the major's like, you can tell he's like, bro, it's fucking him up, right?
Right.
So, cut back to Jake walks up to his dad, who's been drinking. All the kids get in the car. They're all about to leave, and the dad's about to drive. The grandpa.
Right.
And Jake's like, yo, like,
right.
Give me your keys.
Give me the keys. Yeah.
Give me the keys. He goes, what? And he's like, I'm not giving you my fucking keys. My in prison son. Like, he starts talking to him like that, right?
Right.
And he goes, Dad, just give me the keys. And he goes, you hear the way the Marines talked about your brother? Who's gonna stand and testify for you and your dad, huh? And Jake's like, is it my fault, Dad? Is it my fault Sam's dead? Because it has nothing to do with me. No, he goes, is it my fault, Dad? Is it my fault Sam's dead? Huh? And he goes, oh, because I don't think it has anything to do with me. Does it have anything to do with you? Why he's dead?
Damn.
He's like, what you say to me, boy? He goes, forget it. He says, that's what I thought. You never had any goddamn guts. Oh, and you did? Huh? Is that why you screamed at Mom every night? Huh? Is that why you screamed at her every night, fucking drunk, beating her? Is that why you put that fucking shit in his head every night? Hang in there, Marines. You gotta be Marines. Every night all fucking drunk. And the dad's like, you will never fit in your brother's shoes. You will never be the man he was or make me proud or make anyone proud. And right then, and the mom's like, stop it, boys. Give me the keys right now. And the dad's like, get off me. I'm walking home. And the granddad walks home.
Right. Okay.
It's a lot of Marine baggage.
Yeah. A lot of like, Jesus.
Well, you see one brother that went the other way. You are right in the guess.
Right. Yes, they go different directions. But
One brother went the other way.
Right.
I mean, you weren't expecting this much dark detail, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
it's a little, way less fun than the movie I was describing.
Yeah, the way you described it was way more cool.
Yeah.
We're just kind of like on the nose. This is a little more like, oh, this is kind of how shit be.
Yeah.
Like, your dad tries to, and then one brother does do it, and then you
very,
blame the other son that didn't do it.
Yeah,
and,
it's very East of Eden-y.
Yeah. So that night, Natalie is just looking at the letter. She doesn't open it.
Right.
She puts it in a drawer. Fade to black.
Okay.
We come back.
Okay.
We're in Afghanistan.
Oh, shit.
You see men marching with guns. You see Toby in chains with another Marine.
Okay.
They got him. Other Marine's limping real bad.
Right.
Real bad, right? They're prisoners. They have their dog tags. You see it. They get back to like wherever their camp is. They celebrate, and they put them in this little hole, like a little hole, bro.
Okay.
And they nail the hole shut.
Okay.
Like they nailed that. So ain't no like, they nailed the hole shut, dog.
Damn.
And so you're in a little box, nailed in. Okay. The other Marine, bro, this is the best scene in the movie to me. So the other Marine is like, he's kind of panicking. Like, this is a fucking nightmare. Right? And then they're both looking like through the hole. It's like they're in almost like a little crate.
Okay.
And they're kind of looking through the holes in the crate, and they can see them, all the people going through their stuff.
Right.
All the time they're going through their shit. And you see the guy, like they're going through the other dude's wallet, and you see like they have a picture of his kids, they have a picture of his wife. And he goes, Toby Maguire goes, those are your pictures? That's your family? And he goes, yeah. And Toby looks at him, just like this, bro. He goes, no, they're not. And the guy kind of goes, what? You don't have a wife. You don't have a family. I'm the only person you know now. It's Private Willis and Captain Cahill. You don't know anything else. Do you understand me? And then you see the private go like, yes, sir.
Okay.
Bruh, that shit was so real, nigga. Because you realize what he's telling them of like, hey, this is the situation.
Right.
You don't have no family no more.
Right.
You don't have nothing no more. If we're going to get out of this.
It's just the two of us.
And we
just
have to
the
be
two of us. We can make it if we try.
Yo, why did they play that song right this moment?
Yeah, right?
Instead of
That
this
seems to be the vibe.
dark undertoning noises.
Yeah.
But no, bro, tell me that speech isn't real.
Right.
Because I'm telling you, hey, you're not Ehsan Ahmad anymore.
No.
You are a weapon.
You're right. Or we are items right now. We have to just find a way out of it.
That's it. There is
it.
nothing else.
Yeah.
It's a survive. I
Right.
can't have you even thinking about your family. I can't have you thinking about shit. I need you because, bro, when the moment strikes, I need to say it and you fucking do it.
Yep.
Because that's what he's telling him.
Right.
Because also, but you need a kid that's like, hey, bro, that's why he's the captain, though.
Right.
He's like, hey, bro, we in a different situation now, nigga.
Right.
We're fucking captured war. Like, ain't no family no more. We're not even Marine. This isn't about our country anymore.
No.
This is, are we going to get out of this moment? Like, are we going to get through each day? But actually, you can see it, too, the way I was like, oh, Toby can act. Like, this nigga can act. Back at home, Natalie gets a call. It's late at night, though.
Right.
She answers the phone. Hello? Grace, I'm sorry. It's Tommy. It's Jake Gyllenhaal.
Right.
She's like, it's 3 a.m. He goes, I know I had a couple drinks, and apparently they're the most expensive drinks in the world, and now I owe $47. And apparently if I just fucking leave, I'm going to get nicked and lose my parole. Can you please come get me? And then she's so mad.
Right.
She's like, which fucking bar, Tommy?
Right.
Right? Cut to, she walks in. He's drunk, but he's still like having fun.
Right.
He's still like goofing around and playing and shit.
Right.
And then she walks in. She's like, how much he owe you? He's like, he owes me $47 and plus 2 glasses broken. She's like, how about we say $50? And he's like, I don't even care about the money. Just get him the fuck out of here.
Right.
And then Tommy's like, oh, come on. You don't like me, yada, yada. And she goes, Tommy, I got 2 little girls in the parking lot at 3 in the fucking morning of a bar. And you think this is fucking funny? And he's like, like, oh,
right.
shit.
Right.
Damn, this is a lot.
Yeah.
Also, she's going
My
through a lot.
husband's widow.
Yeah, like she doesn't want to deal with me and she's doing it.
Right.
So They get home. He drunkenly carries the girls to bed. The next morning, he wakes up on the couch.
Right.
And the little girls wake him up. It's early in the morning. They're like making pancakes and shit. And he's like, please, guys, stop. And they're fucking with him.
Right.
And then he finally gets up and, he's making pancakes. He's helping them. And they're like, we're making pancakes for our mom. You know our dad's dead. And then the other sister's like, he knows it's his brother. And you see him just kind of like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Which also is like, that's the funniest way to handle it. It's probably kids.
Yeah. They don't fully quite understand the gravity of the situation.
So them saying those things is like, yeah, he is dead. And yeah, I do know. So the mom comes down and she sees him hanging with the kids and she kind of smiles. It makes her happy a little bit.
Right.
And then they look at the mom. They're like, you're supposed to be upstairs. We wanted to surprise you. He's like, oh, this is already the best surprise in the world. They get a knock on the door. The grandpa walks in. Hey, babies. And they're all playing. And he delivers groceries for them. The mom walks out. Jake Gyllenhaal looks at his dad and he's like, morning. And the dad's like, morning. And the dad's like, oh, look, I was stupid the other day. And Jake's like, yeah, no, it's all good. He goes, but I was okay to drive. I was good. He's like, I know. All right. And then it's quiet. And then Jake Gyllenhaal goes, I know Sam was always smarter than me. I know that. And the dad goes, well, I don't know about smarter. I mean, he was more athletic. He's a damn good athlete. I mean, hell, you remember that game against Easton? He was a star football player.
Oh, yeah, that's also why the town loves him. Yep.
And he goes, God, he was cool as ice that game, wasn't he? And Jake kind of rolls his eyes. And because he's hurt. You can tell, like, not
He's
the
heard
me,
the story.
I've heard this story.
Like many times, yeah.
Yeah, I was there, dude.
Right.
And he goes, you had talent too, And he goes, yeah? He goes, yeah, he just quit all the time. And you see Jake kind of like, ugh. It's like, that's the difference between you and him, He had no quitting him.
Damn.
Is that not the real difference between them, though?
Yeah.
Because Jake, right, bro, it's like, damn, he know his son. Like, hey, bro, that motherfucker, yeah, he ain't gonna quit.
Yeah,
no matter what the situation.
Which is what's happening right now.
Bruh.
In Afghani.
He had no quitting him. The dad sits.
Mm-hmm.
He just breaks. It's the first time you see him break down, he starts bawling.
Right.
Just like it hits him.
Right.
Right? And then Jake Gyllenhaal just looks at his dad, and he can't believe his dad's crying.
Right.
And he's like, I'd cut my throat to bring him back, Dad. I promise. Because he can feel it like, damn, my dad loved this nigga like way more. Like, he really loved him, bro.
Right.
He really loved him. So we see Toby. Back to Toby. He's just watching through the cracks. Right. Just peeping, watching everything they're doing. He's watching. He's counting the time every time something does. He's just, everything he needs to know. He notices a chopper keeps flying by. And he's like, yo, they're looking for us. And he's like, how do you know? He's like, they're looking for us. That's what they're doing.
Right.
So he takes a rock and he starts trying to bash his way out of it. And you see a gun just kind of point through the wood.
Right.
And he stops.
Right.
All right. And he's like, what do we do? He's like, we just keep waiting for our time. Right? You see the fucking Afghanis, because he bashed the wood a little bit. Now they put these big, like, boulders over it.
Right.
So now there's, like, no way he could get out of it.
Right.
Right? So cut back to Grace comes home.
Right.
And there's a bunch of men in her kitchen.
Right.
And she's like, Jake, what the hell's going on? He's like, yo, we're fixing up your kitchen. And she's like, were you going to run this by me? And he's like, oh, you can tell you didn't even think about it.
Right.
And she's like, yeah, you have to run shit like this by me. And he's like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like, he really I'm sorry. Right? Cut back to the other private starts to lose it mentally.
Right.
It's been,
days.
Time is going, weeks. We're going weeks to months.
Okay.
Time is flying by at this point.
Okay.
So just so they just started the kitchen.
Right. Okay.
Just so you can just keep up with how, damn, time's going, okay?
Okay.
So the other private is starting to lose it. He's like, yo, they're starving us. I don't know how to think. I can't eat. He's like, stay calm, private. Stay calm. Toby's just like, stay calm. Stay calm. And the private's like, the fuck did you even save me for, Cap? I'd be fucking dead. I'd just be dead. I would be going fucking crazy in here. Like, you could tell, he's like, bro, they keeping him in a box for months. Like, they're going crazy in there, dog.
Right.
He goes, I should have drowned in that lake. I'd be better off. Toby's just sitting there like this. Because what else? You would have to just. And Toby goes, private. Private stops. What day is it? The private calms down. Saturday. What time is it? Private calms. He looks outside the little cracks. It's about noon. What are they doing? Like he just make like, you know what I mean? Like, hey,
Right.
stay with me.
Right.
Stay
We're
with
picking
me.
up this information. Will all be important.
And we don't know when it's gonna matter. It
Right.
might be tonight. It might be in a year.
Right, but it'll matter.
Stay with me.
Right.
Also, if you lose your mind, I can't do nothing.
Right.
I need the help.
Right.
All right. And he's like, about noon. They go back to reserve. Right then, so like people come up and they grab him out.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then they grab the private and he goes, Toby goes, no information. Give him nothing, private. Give him nothing.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first thing you see Toby like, yeah,
Right.
like don't you fucking,
Right.
don't you break, bro. Fucking Marines. So they grab him out the hole and they put him in a truck. Him, like both dudes, the private and Toby.
Right.
And they bring him to some dude, like some clearly like top of the line, like you know what I mean, like top of the like clearly a terror, but like, oh, this is the real nigga, this
Right.
the
Right.
head
This is
nigga,
the yeah.
this the head guy.
Right.
And they bring him to some dude, and they're all recording it. They got all the old camcorders and shit.
Oh, okay. It's one of those videos.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because this movie came out in 06, 07,
Okay.
so it's around that time.
Yes.
So the guy is like, they bring out another person that they have captains, a brown guy though, like a brown man, not a Marine, and they execute him right in front of him. And the other private's like, you see him, he's breaking, bro.
Right.
And Toby's just like, not that he ain't breaking, but he's more like, fuck, man.
Right.
Fuck.
Right.
So they look at Toby and the private and they say, this is our country. You should not be here. Look in camera. Say it. Right? Say it. Or we force you to say it. Toby's pissed. He don't say it. He don't do it.
You know.
They take the guard. They put him in like brown people garbs too to make it seem like they
Right.
converted.
Right.
But they don't do it.
Right.
All right. They take the garbs off him, yada yada. They put him in a little cave. They put them both in like these little cave prisons they have.
Right.
Cut back to, we see Natalie just in bed depressed for
Right.
days. Days are going by. She doesn't even come out of bed. Damn. All right. But it also puts it in perspective because you're really starting to get a perspective of like, oh, he's been captured for a long time.
Yeah. He's been going through it.
Yeah, but they're torturing him and starving him. Like, what? Finally, one day she comes downstairs and Jake is still there and he's helping the daughters. Now they're painting. Kitchen's done. Now they're painting it.
Okay.
That's how much
Okay.
time's passed.
Okay.
Enough to remodel
Of
the
a
kitchen.
Right. Which takes a while because contractors are like shitty about that sort of thing.
Well, it's also the boys just doing it.
That's fair.
But
Good
it still
point.
would take a while.
Right.
You see Jake is helping the daughters paint it's the daughters and the other boys.
Right.
And the other big guy has the one daughter on his shoulders and she's painting above him and he's painting here.
Right.
And he's telling her about how her and her dad played football together.
Right.
They kind of let you know like, oh, this, and he was telling her like, no, your dad was like that dude.
Right.
He was like, man, your dad was one of the best in the world. Like, he was like, God, sometimes we didn't even have games. I would just go to his games so I could watch him play.
Damn.
Like, he was one of the best, right? And you see, she's smiling, hearing all these stories. And Natalie Portman is like this. You finally see her kind of like
enjoy yourself.
This is nice,
Right.
all right? Cut to you see one of the friends while they're painting, he spills paint on his clothes. So she goes to get him some clothes. He needs some clothes.
Right.
And when she goes to get him clothes, she gets fucking super sad again.
Right.
And she looks at the clothes and she grabs one shirt and she yanks another shirt off the hanger and then another and then another. And then you see her kind of like, ah! Like, you know what I mean? Like
Right.
breaking.
Right.
You know? And it's all the clothes and she comes down with all of them and she's like, sets them all down. She's like, here. And he's like, I just need a shirt.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And she goes, take all of it. He goes, oh, I can't take all of his clothes. I can't take all of Sam's clothes. Seriously, I just need a shirt. And then she walks to another room and she starts bawling.
Right.
Like heaving. And then he looks at Jake and then Jake goes, just fucking take the clothes, man. And he's like, and the other friend's like, bruh.
Right.
Like-
we'll figure it out later.
We'll figure it out.
Right now, take
Grab
the clothes.
and go put them in your car.
Yeah, and then we'll give him back later when she wants his clothes back.
Or if she doesn't want his clothes
we'll figure
back.
out what to do with from there.
But
right
right
now, take the
get
clothes.
these out of the kitchen.
Yeah.
She's dry, screaming, heaving in the other room.
Right.
So we see Toby tied up on a stick. He's outside.
Right.
Someone throws water on his face. He wakes up. And then the guy goes, do you want to help your friend? It's his turn. And then you hear Toby scream, stay strong, private. Give him nothing. Your life depends on it. Give him fucking nothing. Right? You see him watching. This is right in front of him. They lay the private down.
Right.
And they pull out a hot poker out the fire. And they start torturing the fuck out this nigga. And you see Toby watching like, cause he's watching his brother get in.
Right.
As he's like, as you hear just, fuck you, motherfuckers, fuck you, like just that shit, right? And Toby's just like, right? Bruh, this is what he's going through. So they finally come to Toby like in the cave later.
Right.
And they show him a film. And it's the private, he caved.
Right.
They got him to do it.
Right.
And it's him saying like, Afghanistan belongs to these people. America, you need to get out of here. You're wrong, yada, yada. I love you, Cassie. Your dad loves you. And then the guy cuts the video off and he looks at Toby and he goes, so, you have 2 daughters. And Toby's like, he talked.
God damn.
How would you feel in that situation, bro?
I mean,
How do you feel? Because you're not even yourself anymore. You're not Ehsan the man.
yeah.
You're Ehsan the survivor at that point.
Yeah. How do I feel if I'm who in this situation?
Toby.
I'm like, fuck. I mean, but like, how mad can you truly get at? I mean, this guy stayed for so long.
Got tortured right in front of you.
Yeah.
After we've been being tortured.
Right. Soggs didn't cave when the first guy got murdered. It's like there's only so much you can do.
So are you even mad, or do you feel?
I don't think you
anything?
feel nothing. I think you feel nothing. I think
It's more
just
despair,
numb.
I guess, maybe.
Yeah, it's just numbness.
I guess you're also just like, you just fucking kill me.
Right. This is crazy. Just kill me.
Yeah. So Natalie comes home another day, and there's like little cute drawings everywhere.
Right.
And she's walking through the kitchen, and the kitchen's super completely done now.
Right.
It's all the way done.
Right.
So and more time has passed.
Right.
And they're like, surprise! It's a surprise birthday for her, right?
Right.
The grandpa tells Jake, great job on the kitchen. He can't believe that grandpa's
Right.
being nice to him.
Right.
But like also the grandpa's proud of him for helping out and like,
Right.
you know what I mean? Just like being there for his brother.
Right.
They all sing happy birthday. She smiles. And as they're singing and she's about to blow out the candles, you see for a second, Natalie's such a good actor. Her eyes just glaze over. Like she's like, and then she's like, and then everybody kind of stops singing. And then the kids are like, blow out the candles, Mom, blow them out. And then she kind of like comes back.
Right.
But you see everybody else like,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, man.
Right.
That 2 seconds was
everything.
brutal.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So cut to Jake and Natalie and all the kids go ice skating.
Right.
And Jake's talking to the kids and he points at a little land of water
Okay.
and he tells them how their dad saved them one time when they were kids right from that lake and how their dad was the best. Like,
Right.
best man ever. Like, you know what I mean? Just like your dad was a real one, dog.
Right.
And then and he goes, you're just like your dad. And she goes, really? He goes, yeah, but you're also yourself, Isabella, and that's why everybody loves you. And she smiles so big. You can tell she loves him now.
Right.
Like she loves this nigga now. He is her dad basically, right?
Right.
And she's like, oh, thanks, Uncle Tommy. Right? Cut to this sweet montage of them all ice skating together.
Okay.
And it's as sweet, as loving, as sweet and loving can get us on.
Right.
They really ham this up.
Right.
Cut to.
Yeah.
We see our boy Jake outside a bank, and he's staring at it, and he's all nervous. And he takes a deep breath, and he walks in. No, he takes a deep breath, and as he's about to walk in, he sees this teller walk by, and he hides his face.
Right.
I don't know if you remember there was a conversation.
Right.
You do remember?
Yeah. Apologize. Are you gonna?
This
apologize
movie's is this movie well written or not?
Yes, I like where this is going.
I meant the pacing of it.
Right. Yeah, because it's like when is this all gonna come to a head?
But nothing hasn't mattered, and everything comes back.
Okay.
That's why I like. But I'm asking you, I guess. Has
Right.
it not like? How do you feel about the pacing so far?
So far, nothing's been wasted.
No. There's no waste of fat.
Right.
So she walks by. He kind of hides. He braves up. He goes inside.
Right.
Cut to it's that night. You see him talking to Grace, and he goes, "I did it. I talked to her for over an hour. I mean, she said she hasn't slept right for the last 3 years, and she keeps having nightmares that I would come back and shoot her. And I told her she was all right, that I was never gonna hurt her, and she started to cry. And Natalie's like, wow. She's like, yeah, right in the bank in front of everybody. She just started bawling, and then she hugged me. And she thanked me. Like, she thanked me. And she felt like, well, she told me she felt like she could breathe again. And then Natalie goes, and then what? He goes, and then she asked me if I wanted to open up a bank account. And Natalie's like, what happened? He goes, I had to. What was I going to do?
You do owe her that.
Yeah, bro, I definitely owe her that. Put a fucking gun in her face.
Yeah.
So he like, they laugh because it is like a crazy, like,
Right.
It is like how that, also it's very good, right? Because it's like, oh, that probably is how that conversation would go.
Right.
Where she would be like, do you want to open up a bank account?
Right.
And it's like, oh, fuck it, I'm here.
Right.
I robbed her.
Right.
It's also funny that I robbed this place and now I have a bank account.
Now
That's funny.
yeah, with the girl I robbed.
Yeah, it's like, it's kind of beautiful.
Right.
You know? He lights a joint, he sparks it, he says, and there's a song playing in the background this whole time. Let's talk like a smooth rock song. Mm-hmm. He's like, when I was young, man, I used to listen to this song all the time. Just over and over and over forever. And then Natalie's like, yeah, me too. He goes, really? She goes, yeah, really. He goes, I figured you were more of like an NSYNC girl. And she goes, fuck you. Give me that. And she takes the joint and she hits the joint.
Right.
She goes, you really think I'm a square? Mm. And he goes, I'm reassessing now, Snoop, damn. Mm. And she goes, what, just because I was a cheerleader? That don't mean nothing. And he goes, I mean, you dated a football player. She goes, God, I'm such a walking fucking cliche. Mm-hmm. And they both laugh. And then she goes, oh, but you were such a pain in the ass. And he goes, no, you were a pain in the ass. And she goes, no, I wasn't. And she goes, no, I wasn't at all. God, you guys are all the same. So what? She goes, whenever some girl is stuck up or a pain in the ass, that just means she doesn't like you. I didn't like you. You were always drunk and fighting, so I wasn't into you. And then they stare at each other. And then he leans in and he kisses her. And then she kisses him back. Now they're full making out in the living room. They both stop. She goes, I have to get some air. She walks outside. Bruh, this nigga Jake Gyllenhaal.
This is the Hunter Biden story?
Bruh,
is that
what happened?
Yeah, he fucked his dead brother's wife.
Damn. Kinda. Yeah. But bruh, I don't know if Hunter Biden can act like this.
No.
Hold on. Next, so she walks outside to get some air.
Right.
Jake Gyllenhaal sits there.
Right.
Just starts bawling, crying.
Right.
Actually, probably how you would feel.
Yeah, that's a very.
If that happened.
Yeah, it's a very like, what the fuck.
Because I like it, because you know how in the trailer it's like, oh, he fucks his girl and all. So like, and it's like, nah, nigga, it ain't that. It's a lot heavier than that.
Yeah, he
dog.
falls in love with her. It's like
It's a.
He's taking care of his kids. Like it's like a thing.
And he's being a good guy.
Right.
The scenario is not how the trailer made it look.
Right.
The trailer made it look like
he's moving in.
Yeah. And it's like, no, nigga, it ain't that.
There's a new bombshell in the villa. That was the vibe in the trailer.
So at night, Natalie lays in bed.
Right.
And she holds the ring on the necklace. Mm-hmm. And she thinks for a while. And then she looks at the letter. Mm-hmm. And then she sets it back down. She doesn't read it.
She doesn't read it yet.
Doesn't read it yet.
Damn.
Cut back to, they're torturing Toby now.
Right.
They're putting the hot poker shit on him. Mm-hmm. This nigga has a full beard now.
That takes a while. Trust me.
Takes a while.
Yeah.
Especially when you know he started day one completely clean shaven.
Yeah, right,
so
right.
He started from there.
Right.
So he hears the other guy being tortured, like they showed nights passing. Mm-hmm. He hears the other guy being tortured, just screaming, "God, Dad!" Right? Mm-hmm. And he's just, you see it now. His eyes are kind of like trembling the whole time.
Right.
Like now he's like this the whole time.
Yeah, it's just a bundle of nerves.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They bring out the captain to the private, and you see they're both beaten as fuck.
Right.
They walk this little boy over to Toby, like all those brown people. They're looking at him. This little boy that they're clearly like training. Right. And they hand Toby a metal pipe. And they're filming it. Toby McGuire, they hand him a metal pipe. Right. And they're filming it, and the private's like on his knees. You see, he looks even weaker than Toby, though. He looks even more fucked up.
Right.
And the private, like, kind of looks at him. He's like, Cap, what do we do? What do we do, Cap? Toby's just kind of looking at him. They walk over to Toby, and they go, this man, no value. Weight on shoulders, waste of food and water. Kill him. And the private starts begging, please, Cap, please. He drops the pipe. Pick up the pipe. They point a gun at him. You have family, don't you? You want to see them again? Pick up the pipe. Kill him.
God damn.
It's you or him. Kill him. And then everybody starts yelling, kill him. Kill him. Oh, kill him. Oh, kill him. Kill him. Oh, kill him or I cut his fucking head off. You kill him now. I cut his fucking head off in front of you. Kill him. Toby's like this. And he's looking around. And everything just starts turning into mumble, right?
Right.
And he's just like, and the private's like, please. He's like, and they hand him the pipe, and he's like, ah! And he beats the shit out of the private.
Oh.
Ah! Ah! He throws it there. What else? There.
Good God.
Bro. Oh, this nigga Toby can act, fool.
Jesus.
Oh, he's a completely different person than he was in the beginning of the movie.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, but they took him there though.
Yeah.
He had to beat his own private with a lead pipe to death.
Right.
What? Because at that point, I am saying, what else? Fucking kill me.
Yeah.
What else, man?
Right.
But they got it on camera. That's what they wanted.
Mm-hmm.
So late at night, he just sits in the cave. He's just like this, eyes. Right? Mm-hmm. Cut to next day, we see Jake come over the house. I know he's still going. Yeah, we're not done with him.
Right.
He's just still going through. He's just still
going.
There.
Yeah. Jesus, he's been in Afghanistan for longer than I thought.
Oh yeah, bro. That's what. Yeah, it's making it seem like it's like, oh, it's this thing. No, bro. It's not. The movie does not go like the trailer.
Okay.
So we see, which is why it's a good movie. We see. It's why people talk about it all the time, like when it comes up. So we see Jake come over. I
literally heard no one ever talk about it.
Oh, bro, me and Sam talked about this. And that's what I said with 310 and Yuma.
Yeah.
If you saw this movie, when you talk about it when it comes up, you're like, bro,
right?
You got to see it. It's unbelievable, yada yada. Or you're like, the fuck are you even talking about?
Right.
Those are. I know you know what kind of movies I'm talking about, bro.
Yeah,
these are real movies that exist that are like what's one of your favorites? That you're The Prestige is one.
Right.
Nobody brings up The Prestige.
Right.
But if you go, nigga, The Prestige, people are like, oh, bro, I forgot about. It's one of those.
Right.
Prisoners.
Right. That's another one.
You can name these kind of movies all day.
Right.
Where you're like, oh no, nigga, like if you saw it, you
Arrival.
saw it. If you saw it, you saw it. But if you didn't, you don't even know what anyone's talking about.
Right.
So we see Jake the next day. He comes over with appliance stuff to Grace, Natalie, and he helps her like with some cabinets. And she's making lunch for the kids. And he's like, look, I don't want to ruin anything. I just want to come see the girls. That's all I want to do. And she's like, please, that's all I want to. It's okay. We both just miss Sam. All right? He's like, yeah. Granddad comes over. He sees him fixing up stuff. And he's like, you still at it, boy? When you learn to be so handy? All right?
Right.
Cut back to, we see our boy Toby. He's in the cave. He hears bullets start going off outside.
Right.
Like crazy.
Right.
The dude who's been like torturing him the most comes over and starts trying to shoot at him. So he kind of like, the angle he's at in the cave though, he can like, he's like this, right?
Right.
The guy reloads and is about to start shooting again. And he looks up and bam, the guy gets blasted, falls into the cave. Pop, right in front of him.
Right.
Okay? So that he like the soldiers come get him, and he comes out and his hands are up, and they're like, hands up, and he's just like this. He's kind of looking at him like he don't even he don't even know what's going on.
Right.
And they're like, hands up, Marine. Are you all right? Cahill, right? Captain Cahill, is that your name? Captain Cahill. No response. Back to, we see Jake playing with the girls in the snow. They're all having so much fun in the backyard. Snowball fights. The mom's cooking, watching from the window.
Right.
Phone rings. Hello? Yes, this is she. Her eyes get real big.
Right.
She looks up at Jake. He notices it. He like, what's up? She's just like, she hangs up and she kind of backs up. He walks in, he comes to the kitchen, he's like, yo, what's going on? The kid's running behind him. Mom, what's going on? She's just like, cut two. Bro, the cuts in this are crazy. We see a jet landing on a runway.
Right.
The mom and all the family's there. They're looking nervous. The girls are like, can we run out? Can we run out? She's like, not yet, kids. We see our boy come off the jet.
Right.
Cold, stone face.
Right.
The other majors and everybody's welcome home, Captain. Sir. The girls run out finally. Daddy, missed you so much. Oh, babies, I missed you too. He hugs them. Oh, my babies. He hugs his wife. His face, though. Just like that. Nothing in his eyes.
Broken.
Oh, yeah.
Completely.
Gone.
Damn.
This movie's not what you thought, dog.
Damn.
So, the daughter's, like, Daddy, we missed you so much, yada, yada. He walks in, he hugs his brother. He hugs, the mom, the grandma, and the granddad. But you just see his eyes. Yep.
Yeah.
He's got like a smile. Not a smile. He's like happy.
Right.
He's not mad.
Right, but just nothing
But
behind
the eyes, yeah.
Yeah.
He comes in the house, and the kids are like, do you like it? Do you like it? He's like, whoa. Because the kitchen's different.
Right.
He's like, the kitchen's amazing. He's like, who did it? And the daughter's like, me. And Uncle Tommy helped.
Right.
He's like, oh, wow. And then she goes, and the three amigos. And like, the other three guys. He's like, oh. And he starts walking through the rest of the house, and you just see him walking through slowly, and they're kind of just following. And for him, it's like, it's almost like he's seeing it again for the first time.
Right.
He's like, just kind of looking at everything, and then he lays in his bed, and he looks at his daughters and his wife, and he's like, come in, everybody. And they all come get in the bed with him, and they're like, we missed you, Daddy. He's like, my girls. And he hugs them as he just stares off. Cut to that night. He's in the bathroom shaving. The next morning. This is the next morning.
Right.
He's in the bathroom shaving. She comes in. It's like she opens the door. He jumps. Like that, right?
Right.
She goes, oh, I'm sorry. He goes, I locked that door. And she goes, yeah, it's broken, babe. And he's like,
Fuck. God.
He locked that door though, bro.
Yeah, I feel so
he's
bad
on.
for
He's
him.
on a whole other. Oh, I know.
Yeah.
For Toby, you like.
Yeah, damn.
Because it
There's
ain't
no
his fault.
there's no coming back from this.
And there's nothing to blame. There's nothing like, oh,
Right.
you could have avoided.
Yeah.
It's just like, damn, bro. So he calms himself down, and then he starts shaving again. He's looking in the mirror, and then she starts rubbing his back and kissing on him, and he finally stops and he goes, I'm gonna finish shaving. And she's like,
okay.
and she walks off.
Right.
And then
Right.
you can see, bro, he's like,
Yeah, he's not.
don't touch me.
Right.
I'm not even there yet. You trying to like,
Right.
bitch, I'm shaving.
Do some crazy shit.
Like, it's also, he's like, he's like, yo, I'm shaving. Like, I'm doing something. Like,
Right.
I have to do one task at a time right now.
Right.
So I don't kill everybody in this fucking house.
Right.
So right now I'm shaving.
Right.
Then I'll hug you.
Right. Maybe. If I want touch.
Not from the back. Don't approach me from the back.
Right.
So, also, she can see his body, bro. His body has all these horrible marks on it, too.
Right.
So it ain't like, not to say, she's also just trying to love on him. It's not
Right.
like, it's a fucked up situation. It's just fucked. This movie's fucked.
Right.
So, cut downstairs, you see Jake, he's reading the paper. And he's reading about how the other hero, remember the other dude, the private,
Right.
how his body came home, yada, yada.
Right.
So it's in the paper.
Right.
We see Toby outside, he's fixing on the car, and the grandpa comes up and he's like, why don't you get a mechanic to do that? And he looks at him and there's nothing behind his eyes. He goes, I got nothing else to do, Dad. And the dad's like, are you okay, son? Yeah. And the dad's like, I never told him of this, but. And Jake's there too.
Right.
He's like, but when I got back from Vietnam, I couldn't talk to your mother. I couldn't talk to her at all. You see the dad kind of break.
Right.
He's like, and I took it out on you and Tommy. Son, if you ever want to talk, just let me know. And the dad walks off and you see him like,
Damn.
Yeah. Because he sees his son going through what he went through.
Yeah, he sees it. And probably a more intense version of what he went through.
That's what I'm saying. He's like, bro, I don't even know what you went through.
Right.
And I know what I went through and I couldn't deal with it.
Right.
Cut to the kids and Jake and mom and Toby. They're all at the ice skating rink. Ice skating, it's snowing. It's beautiful.
Right.
Toby's just watching as they're all out having fun. The family, grandpa, everybody's out having fun on the ice. Just having fun.
Right.
He's just watching. And finally, Jake comes over And he looks at his brother and he's like, Toby's like, you look good out there. You look really good out there with them.
Right.
And he's like, oh, thanks, man. He goes, thanks for taking care of him, brother. I didn't expect that. He's like, yeah, I guess it came naturally, you know. I love you. He goes, he said, honestly, man, it kind of made me think, you know, about maybe one day, you know, like for himself, right?
Right.
And they both kind of smile. And then Toby's like, it's quiet. And they're both just looking out the family. He goes, Grace really is something, isn't she? And Jake's like, yeah, she is. And then Toby's like, yeah. You fuck her? Doesn't look at him, though.
All right.
You see Jake like, are you kidding right now, man? And he finally looks at him. He goes, I'd understand. Thought I was dead. Tommy, I'll forgive you. You see it to his real, like, it's like,
right.
he's like, bro, I'm so not whoever you think I am, nigga.
Right,
Like,
right.
So this movie's not what you think, bro. He's like,
right.
He's like, hey, bro. He's like, if you did, just
let me know.
Just let me know. Right? And he goes, so Jake Gyllenhaal, like it's like damn, bro, I can't believe that. He kind of he grabs him like by the back of his head like this.
Right.
He goes, hey, what's wrong with you? Why would you ask me something like that? Like, what's making you think these things? And he goes, hey, I see you guys. You look like two teenagers in love. Like, he's saying it like that, though.
Damn,
like, bro,
just like as a third party viewer.
Hey, bro, I just got back home. I'm watching.
Right. All I do is watch.
My nigga, trust me, I'm good at it. I got pretty good at it, too.
Yeah.
I got real good at it, like, picking up people and, like, who they are and shit.
Right.
And he goes, look, bro, you know, he's like, you can't deny that's what that's like. And it's quiet. He goes, seriously, you can tell me. And then it's quiet. And then this is when it changes. The acting's so good. You know, right then he's been all like,
right.
And then he goes, you can tell me. Doesn't say anything. Jake doesn't say nothing. And then he goes, you gotta tell me. And you see Jake kind of, you slept in my house. Don't you bullshit me. We didn't. Because he's like, hey, bro. Basically, he was like, hey, you can't do it and not tell me.
Right.
Because if I find out,
right, it's a problem.
If you'd have told him right there, no, it'd been fine.
Right.
I'm telling you, but the way you have to, because he's like, hey, bro, just tell me.
Yeah.
But when he made him ask again, he didn't. Because also, I get it. He's like, hey, bro, I'm watching.
Right.
Y'all in love.
Right. Right, but that's different than fucking.
It's also different than not telling me when I asked.
Right.
Son, if I ask you some shit,
right.
And but you don't tell me, that's one thing. And then I find out later, oh, I'm hot, nigga.
But did they? I don't think they. I mean, unless they fucked without us knowing.
True, but it doesn't matter. Just even if you just kissed.
Right. Okay. Yeah. You definitely.
This is the window.
Yeah. You definitely got to tell him that. Yeah.
Am I not giving you the window?
You're giving him the window. Yeah.
Because bro, after that window, all bets are off.
Yeah.
Well, now I also have the room to be mad at you now and like think you lied to me.
Right.
I'm also going through a lot. I just got back from war.
Right.
So, cut to, we see Toby hanging in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
He's not hanging in the kitchen. He comes in the house. So this is the next day. Toby comes in the house.
Right.
And there's a little baby crawling on the floor. He sees the baby, and he hears his wife and another wife in the living room talking.
Right.
And he's just staring at the baby as he hears the other wife tell his wife, Natalie Portman, about this dream she keeps having about her husband coming and visiting her to sleep.
Right. It's the
private's wife.
Damn.
She says, and every time I have this dream, your husband is there. And I hate him. I don't know why. And I'm so sorry. And I had to, you tell she just had to talk about it. She's like, I keep having this dream.
Right.
Bruh. Where I hate your husband.
That's crazy. And he's listening to this.
He's listening to this.
Right.
Bro. And so she's like, that's why I want to apologize for even having these thoughts, yada, yada. And then she walks over, she grabs the baby, she looks up, she sees him.
Right.
She goes, Sam. And you see he's just eyes wide staring at the baby.
Right.
And she goes, Sam, did you see him die? He doesn't say anything. Did you hear anything? I mean, was he on his own? He was always so brave, I know that. And he's just like,
damn.
Bro.
Damn. That's not the kind of guy you want to keep asking questions to right now.
But I get her. She's like,
Yeah.
I'm grieving too, nigga. I don't care. Just tell me anything.
Right.
That's all she wants to know. I just
Right.
want to know anything about my fucking husband.
Right.
His last moments. And he goes, no. And then she looks at the baby. She goes, honey, this is Captain Cahill. He was friends with your daddy. He's a good man. And Toby's just like, bro. Yo. They didn't put any of this in the trailer.
Yeah, no, this is so much.
That night we see Toby,
Mm-hmm.
and he's doing the dishes, and he's organizing the cupboard.
Right.
But it's like 3 a.m.
Okay.
And he's keeping everybody in the house up because you just hear the cupboard opening and closing.
Right.
Glasses moving.
Right.
Cupboard opening, closing, glasses moving. And then finally you see him down there, and he's just OCD. Keeps moving the glasses
Right.
to like be the right height and order. You know what I mean?
Right.
And he can't stop.
Right.
Can't stop.
Right.
It's fucking terrifying.
Right.
It's honestly like, fuck. Because you see, he's just like,
Right.
and it's like not right. Whatever it is, it's not
Not
right.
right. Mm-hmm.
Right? A dog starts barking. He immediately pulls his gun out.
Right.
He starts going around the house. Cut to the next day. But they don't even, that's it. That's just, they leave you with that. He goes back to his office, the office in the beginning of the movie to see the major.
Right.
Sir, I want to go back. I want to see the men. I'm ready. The major's like, okay, Cap. Well, how's your counseling going? It's all going great, sir. Honestly, it's going fine. I'm just thinking of the men. I want to get back to the men. Okay, Cap. How's your family? I can't be there, sir. I understand. They don't understand me now. No one does. I understand, Cap. It's going to take some time, Sam, to get back to yourself. You've been through some shit. But so has your family. Like trying to like, hey, don't forget, like
Yeah.
you can lean on them.
Right.
They went through exactly what you went through. Not all the way,
Right.
but you can lean. Like I guess I'm assuming that's what he's like. That's what he was trying to tell.
Or he's
like,
trying to be like, hey, like they've also like just try to sympathize with them too. They've been through
They've been through some stuff.
Right.
We see him at dinner with his family that night, and it's just the girls and Grace, and they're all talking and having fun. And the little daughter, says like a little joke at the table about like elephant ears or whatever.
Right.
And the dad, Tobey Maguire's like, "How's that funny?" And she's like, it's big ears, Dad. Don't you get it? Like an elephant, and like certain dogs have big ears, so it's an elephant dog or whatever.
Right.
And he's like, "How's that funny?" The little daughter, bro, she's like 4.
Right.
She's like, even she's like,
Yeah, this
big,
motherfucker.
big ears.
Yeah.
It's a joke.
Right.
And you see the mom kind of like, honey, it's okay. It's okay. And you see him like, and then he just gets up.
Right.
And he walks out. You tell you can't, he's like, I'm about to
Right.
kill my daughter.
Yeah.
Over.
Elephant ears.
And the daughter looks at the mom and she goes, is Uncle Tommy coming back?
Damn.
And you see the mom like, of course, honey. I got to go check on Daddy.
Damn.
So she goes and sees him.
Right.
Toby's in the room like this. Just hands on head down.
Right.
And she walks up and she kind of kneels down. She's like, baby, what happened in there? What's going on? What did they do to you? And he looks up slow and he goes, what happened with you and Tommy? She's like, we kissed. That's it. I missed you so much. I thought you were dead. I couldn't even get out of bed. That's it, honey, I promise. He's quiet. He's like, you told me the truth? She's like, you know I did. I think you're fucking Tommy. Oh, Sam. He heads downstairs. He leaves. Storms that house.
God damn.
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
Obviously because they didn't.
Right.
And B, because, well,
Yo, you
he's
know
a
he's
little unhinged right now.
Unhinged, and he thinks you fuck somebody else, his brother. So yeah.
And I don't even know the level of unhinged because he's not talking to anybody.
Right.
So I really don't
Nothing.
even know.
No, you don't know what happened. Don't know what's going on.
No one does. He's all the way unhinged.
Right.
Because he ain't even talking to his therapist.
Right.
Did you tell when he asked him how's therapy going? He was like, oh, everything's fine. Like,
yeah,
so, you haven't opened up to anyone yet.
No.
All right. And the daughters are downstairs. They watch the dad storm out. That makes them cry.
Right.
So he goes to the grave of the private he murdered. And he just stares at it all night.
Right.
The whole night.
Right.
He's fucked.
Right.
I mean, he killed his,
yeah.
with a pipe, like, bruh.
Yeah.
The next morning, he comes back home. His daughters are playing outside. He walks up. He's like, hey, girls. And his daughter kind of nervous. They're kind of scared.
Right.
He's like, what's wrong? And he walks up more. They back up.
Right.
He's like, hey. He goes, honey, it's okay. I was just confused yesterday. It's going to be okay. Give me a hug. And he hugs them both. And you see him kind of like, the real him, like he like when they get scared of him, you see that kind of scares him.
Right.
It kind of snaps him back to like.
Right, as some sort of reality.
Like, well, I don't want that.
Right.
You know? So he looks at his girls, so he hugs. The girls are happy for a second. And he looks at him, he goes, hey, girls, why did the little girl blush when she opened the refrigerator? And then both the girls go, she saw the salad dressing.
Yeah.
Right? And they laugh. And he goes, I told y'all that one already? And then the oldest daughter goes, yeah, 1,000 times. He goes, huh. Still funny, though. And he walks off. And she's like, because it hits her.
Right.
He don't even remember. He really didn't remember.
Right.
Because, bro, you can tell he really doesn't remember that he told him that one.
No.
He's like, oh, damn.
Yeah.
That's why she's like.
Oh, no, that's like a whole years of memories that he just doesn't have.
And she's realizing this.
Yeah.
And bro, she starts bawling, all right? He goes in the house. Grace like, where you been? He was like, I was outside. I was thinking about you, about the kids. And then the sun came up. And I thought, I'm so lucky to be alive. I'm so lucky. And then Grace, like, you see, he's him. Grace comes over and he hugs him.
Right.
All right. That night, whole family comes over. It's the youngest daughter's B-day.
Right.
Okay. Uncle Tommy comes over. He has a new girlfriend with him.
Okay.
The oldest daughter sees her and it makes her pissed.
Right.
Oh, she's like, who's this bitch?
Right.
It's too much.
Right.
Because also, the oldest daughter, I get it. She's like, yo, there's too much going on.
Right.
I don't know my dad anymore. I liked it when Uncle Tommy was here. Now he ain't here. Who the fuck is this bitch?
Right.
What is happening? Dad was dead. Now he's not dead.
That's a lot. That's a lot to go through.
Especially when you're like figuring out things. You're like 9, so things are starting to be like, wait, I know things.
Right.
So, Jake Gyllenhaal is like, all right, hey guys, this is Tina. It's an old friend. And then she's like, actually, we met like half an hour ago. He's quite the charmer. And he kind of laughs. Cuts to later, they're all eating. And the youngest girl, she's talking. And everybody's kind of letting her talk and placate. It's her birthday.
Right.
And the oldest daughter's playing with her cake, not eating it. And Toby's like, stop playing with your cake. And she kind of looks at him. And they kind of start having a stare off. Okay?
Oof.
Somehow everyone's talking. They're just staring at each other.
Right.
But everyone else is talking.
Right.
All right, so there's 2 conversations going on at this table now.
Right.
Okay? Somehow the Tina girl starts talking about like military stuff. Like war comes up.
Right.
The date.
Right.
And she's kind of saying the wrong things.
Right.
All right? She's saying how like
we shouldn't be over there.
Yeah, these Marines are people, and also like they like these Marines, they're they need to get more help after they come home, yada yada. She was saying something like that.
Right.
They need to get more help after they come home. I mean, they're human beings. They're not just trained to shoot and kill people. And then that pisses off Natalie, and she's like, well, then what are they trained for?
Right.
And then she's like, oh, I'm just saying they're trained for deadly force, but they're not trained to watch someone actually die. And when they do, they really clearly need help. All this is happening.
Right.
Toby and his daughter are not even, they're like this.
Right.
Stop playing with your cake. She's just fucking. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
It's like,
but things are about to boil over.
and for two different reasons.
Right, right.
So you see Natalie Portman's getting mad at this bitch. And she goes, what do you do for a living?
Right.
And she goes, oh, I'm a nurse. And then you see Isabella kind of, and then fucking Toby's like, Isabella, behave. And she keeps messing with her little sister.
Right.
And she's like, I didn't get anything for my birthday. She goes, I didn't get anything I wanted. And he's like, Isabella, leave your sister alone and give her doll back now. And he's like, she goes, I didn't get anything for my birthday. And you were in stupid Afghanistan. And now everybody's quiet.
Right.
And she starts crying. And then there's the balloon, right? She pulls it down and she starts like, and it's like real loud. And the dad's like, stop. Because it's fucking with him.
Right.
Isabella, stop it. Enough! Grabs it, pops it, one hand, right? She's like, and then she goes, why couldn't you just stay dead? You're just mad Mom would rather sleep with Uncle Tommy than you. They have sex all the time. I hate you. He's like this. The mom's like, Isabella, enough. Quiet. No noise. They're just all looking at each other. Toby's like this. He doesn't look at anybody. He just cut to the car. It's quiet in the car, nigga.
Right.
No noise. The girls are in the back. The little oldest one's just crying still.
Right.
The mom picks the kids out the car. She takes them to bed. And the oldest is like, I'm sorry, Mom. And the mom's like, it's okay. But honey, why did you say that? You know it's not true. She's like, I just don't like Dad anymore. And she's like, why? I'd rather have Uncle Tommy. And the other daughter's like, me too. And then the mom is like,
damn.
How do I even explain what your dad is going through?
Yeah.
You know? And she goes, guys, I promise, Daddy will be better. Okay? And they go, really? Yes. Yes. Okay, I love you. Thanks, Mom. I love you guys too. Mm-hmm. She looks out the window of the kids' room. Toby's just pacing outside.
God damn. I don't know.
Literal bomb, huh?
Yeah, I don't know what the girl had no idea what you did.
So, I know that poor daughter. She don't know though. She a kid, bro.
Yeah.
So we see Jake's at the grandparents' house, and he's like, I'm gonna go. I'm going. And the granddad's like, don't do it. Just stay out of it. Stay the hell out of it, son.
Right.
Car starts. He leaves.
Idiot.
The stepmom's like, Hank, call the police. He's like, honey. She's like, call him.
Right.
Like, because she's like, yo, it's too late.
Right.
We know where this is going.
Right.
He's heading over there.
Yeah.
Call him.
Right.
Or else we're gonna lose one of our sons. Maybe we don't know how this might go.
Yeah.
You see, Toby's comes in. He sits on the couch. Mm-hmm. Grace is looking at him. He's like, where are the kids? She goes, they're in bed. He's like, are they all tucked in? Yeah. Did they say their prayers? She's like, yes. She goes, Sam? He goes, what am I supposed to do now, Grace? And he stands up, and he's got a crowbar on him. And he walks real slow past her. And she's like, Sam. He walks in the kitchen, and he goes, you know what I had to do to get back here? You know what I had to fucking do? Boom, he starts smashing the kitchen.
Right.
You know what I had to fucking do, Grace? He suffered. He fucking suffered. Boom, 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 just breaking everything, right? Because of you, and you're fucking my brother in my fucking house. Sam, please, our girls, please. Do you know how much I love you? Do you know, Grace? Do you fucking know how much I love you? Do you know what these fucking hands did? Bro, that line.
Damn.
Do you know what these fucking hands? He starts punching himself.
Damn.
Fucking do! Bro, you know what these hands can do?
Fucking do.
You fuck! You fucking fuck! Jake walks in.
Right.
He's like, he's looking at him. Jake's like this. Hands up. Obviously, like.
Right.
He's like, he goes, what are you doing here? The fuck are you doing here? Come here. Come here, man. Come on. hugs him. Right? He's like, come on. Grace, she's looking at him, and you see his eyes. He's not having it.
Right.
She runs upstairs. He's like, he gets the fuck off of him, and he grabs a gun out of his back, and he puts it in his brother's head. He goes, fuck you doing, motherfucker! Fuck you doing, motherfucker! She runs up. She puts the daughters in the room. She locks the door.
Right.
Don't come out of this room, girls. Do not come out.
Right.
And he's downstairs. The fuck you doing, Tommy, huh? You motherfucker, huh? Behind my back. He's got the gun in his fucking like that, right?
Yeah.
He's like, I'm sorry. Oh, right? You hear the sirens. Whoop, 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 whoop. Pull up outside. You call the fucking cops on me? You call the fucking cops on me? And he goes, all right. And he walks outside, and the cops are like, whoa, 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 whoa. You know, put the gun down, Sam. Sam, put the gun down. Oh, he goes, no, what's the fucking disturbance? Huh? That's a fucking disturbance, right? You see, he's gone.
Right.
All the way unhinged.
Right.
They go, so what are you doing here? They go, drop your weapon. Go back in the house. And he goes, oh, you know me? They go, Sam, come on. You're a captain. You're a war hero. Put it down. Oh, you fucking know me? Oh, you think I'm a fucking hero? Do you know what the fuck I've done? Put the gun down. Put the gun down. You're going to shoot me? Fucking shoot me. And then it's quiet. And then Jake's like, hey, shut up. Sam, you're my brother. Please, Sam. And then everything starts going muffled. And he puts the gun to his head. Sam! He's like, all you hear is like, brother, you're my brother. Do you hear me? He puts it down. He looks at Natalie Portman. And Jake's like, what's going on? Sam, what's going on? And he drops the gun and he goes, I'm fucking drowning, Tommy. Woo, woo, woo. They arrest him.
Right.
They jump all over him, right?
Right.
You see the little sisters holding each other upstairs crying.
Right.
You see Tommy, right? He walks around them late night. Like you see him late night just walking around. Like they arrest him. He's walking around late night just trying to get his head together.
Right.
Grace looking at the picture of her and Sam as kids when they were younger.
Right.
And she finally opens the drawer. And she opens the letter. She opens it this night. My darling Grace. You hear the voiceover from Toby.
Right.
If you're reading this, it means I didn't make it back.
Oof. Oof.
Bruh, that's a good ass movie, bro. That's fucking writing, nigga.
That's a line. That's a line.
If you're reading this, I didn't make it back. There's nothing certain in this life. Only thing I know for sure, I love you and our girls. That is the only thing I know. So Jake, he gets a call from Toby late night. And it's from jail. And he just lets him know. Toby's like, you're my brother, Tommy. And I'm good.
Right.
Like, I'm okay. You see, time passes.
Right.
Grace goes and visits Toby in like a military rehab, like
Right.
a VA kind of job for military guys,
Right.
right? And she comes up, she's like, Sam, please tell me what happened. Why are you punishing yourself? I've loved you since I was 16, but if you don't tell me what happened, you're never gonna see me again. And he's looking off. I killed him. I killed Private Joe Willis. And she's like, and you see him like you know, he said it.
Yeah, he finally said somebody.
And she hugs him. And then you hear a voiceover. I don't know who said, only the dead have seen the end of war. I have seen the end of war. But the question is now, can I live again? Brothers.
Ooh. God damn.
What'd you think, bud?
That was insane. That was heavy.
Heavy.
That was heavy. Damn, he killed him. And he's just gone. That was a lot.
PTSD, huh?
Yeah, people be going through that.
Bro, that's some real shit, nigga.
Mm-hmm.
That is some real shit. Who's your favorite character?
Man, it seems like acting-wise, Toby was unbelievable.
Oh yeah, Toby. Me and Sam talk. You've never seen Toby like this.
Okay.
You've when he's unhinged, it's legitimate. Because I had to go back and look because I was like, I always remember the movie as a horror thriller movie,
Right.
and it's just a drama.
Okay.
Sam said he's just so scared. Yeah, when he's unhinged, it's
Right.
absolutely terrible. When he's pacing in the backyard,
Right.
just the little things. It's the little things where you're like, when he gets up and you notice the crowbar, you're
Right.
like, oh, like little, where you're just like, oh, he's gone.
Right.
He's all the way. When he first hugs his family,
Right.
when he first gets off the jet and hugs everybody, and they just see they show his eyes,
Oof.
and you don't have to say anything. Just show that
Oof.
look of like 1,000-yard stare.
Damn.
Also, I get Toby being your favorite because Jake Gyllenhaal is amazing in this.
Right.
Like he's way more likable than
Right.
Toby.
Right.
But you feel for Toby so much.
Right. Well, Toby went through hell, quite literally.
Oh well, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't. If that's not hell, I don't know what is.
Right,
Killing
right.
your own. Killing
But
one of
after
your own
months
brothers
of torture.
after going through months of torture together.
Yeah. Oh.
And not only that, but the way you have to kill him.
Yeah. So violent.
Bash him with the pipe to death.
So personal.
Yeah, as personal as it gets.
Yeah.
And then you have to go back to being like tortured for a while.
Right.
Like it's not like he got out that day.
Right. And he hasn't told anyone about his experience. Yeah, that'll weigh on you.
Yeah, that'll weigh on you.
Yeah, it'll weigh on you.
That'll fucking weigh on you, nigga.
Right.
But yeah, was this movie what you thought?
No.
Thought it was gonna be because what I thought it was gonna be when I first watched it was like, oh, he goes to the military, they think he dies,
Right.
he comes back, the brother's fucking his wife,
Yeah, they're married. That's what I thought.
and then they have to deal with it. Like, right? It's like, oh, that's gonna be the problem.
How quirky is that?
How quirky is that situation?
No, this is a movie about PTSD more
This
so.
movie- it has nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
They don't even have sex.
Yeah. They kissed once and it was like really natural and it wasn't like.
And Jake Gyllenhaal cries after because he feels so horrible and like
Yeah.
misses his brother so much.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah,
it
it's
has
like
nothing to do with sex.
Yeah. Let's do this movie should be called PTSD.
Yeah, I don't know why they called it brothers.
Yeah, it should be called PTSD.
I'm pretty sure it was, and they were like, "Yo, we gotta light.
Yeah,
this title up."
we gotta. Hey, let's misdirect him. Let's give him the old okey doke. Yeah.
Oh yeah, but the acting is A1.
Yeah, my God,
That is A1 acting sauce.
That was so much.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Toby really does show some chops. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Tobe really showed. But I liked him in Great Gatsby. Did you?
I never saw Great Gatsby.
Have you read it?
Yeah.
It took you a second. Do you not remember?
Okay, so I was halfway through Great Gatsby, and I was just on Facebook, and for whatever reason, one of my friends did like this breakdown of what happens at the end of Great Gatsby.
Oh, I like spoiled it for you?
Yeah, the entire ending, and I look back, and it just out of nowhere. So I'd half get Gatsby, and then I know what happened at the end, so I didn't finish Great Gatsby. So that's why I'm like, yeah.
It's a good book.
I know. I was enjoying it.
They didn't make you guys read that one for school? I had to read that one for
No,
school.
we didn't have to read that for school. That was not.
That was one of the ones that was in the curriculum that you could read.
Yeah, that was not one we had to read for school at all.
That's a famous one, though.
I know. Some people in my school had to read it, but not my class. We did not.
Did you have to read that one in school, Sam? That's Sam said college, which is cool. But
But we didn't read it in high school.
you read in high school? Yeah, we read that one in high school. I remember that one. That was like sophomore, junior year. Because that was when I was like, oh, bro, this Great Gatsby story is fire.
Right.
And then the movie is even, I like my point is the movie. Do you like the movie?
I never watched the
Oh,
movie.
damn, never mind.
That's
Fuck.
weird. Yeah,
That's how we got here. My bad.
Yeah, that's how we want to do this again. This smells very circular.
Wait, did you read the book?
But yeah, so that's my experience with Great Gatsby. So I read the book, kind of, not really, but also yes.
Besides Spider-Man, and now this, what other?
I have read Spider-Man. No, okay.
What other Toby's have you seen? Besides the
Seabiscuit.
four Spider-Mans in this.
Seabiscuit.
Oh, I told you Seabiscuit. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah,
He acted his ass off in that one too.
Yeah. That was a funny movie. That was the definition of like, you don't need, this movie could have been like a half an hour shorter.
What?
Seabiscuit.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of unnecessary shots in Seabiscuit.
Well, they wanted to let you know the Great Depression.
Right.
But I remember the most thing I remember was that his family was rich and then they weren't. That's the
then they
main
sold their
thing I
kids.
remember from that movie.
Yeah.
Is no, bro, his family wasn't like doing okay,
Yeah, they were rich and then they weren't.
and then they were living on the street and they had to sell their son.
Yeah.
So it did like that put into perspective of like, oh, I guess the Great Depression was a real bad thing.
Right.
Probably why we remember it so much.
Right, and hopefully it's coming back around.
Well, yeah, they call it COVID now.
No.
They call it COVID now.
No, it'll be worse than that.
I think a Great Depression is going to come because of COVID.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think we're kind of already heading there.
Yeah, for sure, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Just need something to pop the bubble.
Yeah. Just so enjoy the conference while you haven't.
You need a good war.
I mean, no, the war didn't cause the war didn't.
No, I said we need a good one. Just something to just
a war
to really scare people.
A war got us out of the depression.
War got us out.
Yeah. You need a war if you want to make money. So really, we got.
We have war coming. That right. I'll put money on that.
Right. Well, we always have war coming. This is humanity. But in no sense of human history was there not a war around the corner. There's always war coming.
Yeah, it's either war or the end.
It's probably the war. We should be so lucky.
No, I mean like that's you know what I'm saying. Like I'm
Yeah.
agreeing with your statement. Like there's at no point in time will there not be either war coming or just
It's just
over.
over.
It's just over.
It's over.
It
Yeah.
explodes.
Yeah. So
So enjoy Brothers.
but yeah, positive vibes. Really, that's
So-
how I describe this episode. This episode, you can just call it positive vibes.
Yeah, this was. This was an episode about brothers.
Yeah.
Two brothers.
Yeah, two brothers.
in a military family.
Yeah.
I'll do a fun version of this. Two brothers in a military family. One goes to Afghanistan.
The other fucks his brother's wife. Ooh-wee.
But the brother isn't dead. And he comes back.
Yeah. But he killed someone that wasn't his brother, but kind of still
Kind of was his brother. Another brother. Come watch other brothers with two brothers. See you in a couple days, motherfuckers.